Yeah, and I know there's a lot of people who turn off the zombie infection, which, you know, cool if that's the way you like to play. I find the zombie infection a necessary thing for me to be able to really enjoy the game, unfortunately. Or fortunately, however you want to put it. Because without it, I don't have anything that can really realistically end a run outside of being just over the top reckless. Yep, I know a lot of people who do turn on instant infection, and that's another thing I avoid. I use my time that I'm infected to just, you know, practice stuff I wouldn't normally do because it's reckless, and just see what happens, you know, kind of learn. That's just personal preference. Oh, I should have grabbed the, I should have grabbed a wrench so I could get some of these sinks. It's not important right now, but we're just trying to get some more cabinets. Now, is this the house I already took all the cabinets from? Yes, it is. So let's check this house. Yeah, but I just yelled because I saw zombies moving around. We don't want any zombie. Like, at this point, if we see any zombies around here anywhere, we just kill them. Okay, from was like, I know I didn't take the stuff out of here yet. Alright, again, window's broken, so we want to be careful. Check out the place, make sure we're safe before we start doing anything. And just shifting it all over to the fridge so I can, you know, pick up these cabinets. Or I should say, attempt to. The corner one is the one I'd like the most, so try not to break it. We did get it. Cool. That's fine. I don't think I actually won the last one. No, yeah, I did, but that's okay. Alright, so this gives us plenty of storage to have for the time being, so we don't need more for right now. The next thing would be, like I said, trying to find some ice freezers, which you can usually find at the gas stations, ice cream. Oh, that's where we can find it. We know where there's two. We just go down to the ice cream parlor just south of here, grab those 2 ice freezers, and bring them on up. I totally forgot those were down there. So grab all of our fishing and that stuff. You know what? We'll combine the medical with that. Just grab it all. Because the gas cans can stay. For 2 square objects like wardrobes, does it roll the chance to break twice? So there are some things that when you go to pick them up, it will each individual, like if it has more than one part, each part will separately roll whether or not it breaks. Like if you notice with the oak beds I had down there, I tried to pick up the first one and I broke part 3, but I got part 1, 2, and 4. And then when I went to pick up the second oak bed, I got parts 3 and 4, but I did not get part 1 and 2, which is fine because they're the same type of bed. I could combine the two sets of bed pieces to make a bed. Which is not at all intuitive, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it's not intuitive. It's not bad, it's just not intuitive. Alright, so we've got that. Here's our food. There's our parts. I don't actually want this map, but I can go there for now. Pretty soon we should run out of the fish, which will be good. Because that fish is really heavy. As you can see, 6.11 kilograms for a single fish. And the worst thing is, like, as you take part of it, it doesn't reduce the weight on the fish. Like, some stuff it will, but fish just isn't one of those things for I have no idea what reason. Okay, cannot put that back in there. Alright. Okay, let's talk games. So I do want to keep the saw and that around. I'm not really carrying anything too much extra. Let's go down here to food. Get rid of the canned stuff for the time being. That's fine, that's good enough. Oh, before we get too far into the day, get out our radio again, secondary. Cool, I'll keep the radio out for the time being and put away the bag. Alright, so we've made really good progress. We've got our vehicle all emptied out. We've got storage over here. We need to get our freezers. That way, when we get our produce out, it doesn't just rot away real fast. And we can do that by going down to the ice cream parlor we were using as home for a very long time. And if we see any zombies, we kill them, because we are at the point where we're just trying to wipe out what's left. Alright, tomorrow's gonna be very thick fog. Don't like that. But no air activity reported, so good, good. We will. What I'll end up doing is I'm going to go down, grab these ice cream makers. Or not ice cream makers. These ice or popsicle freezers. And then on the way, I'm going to drive slowly and honk the horde to draw all the zombies out. And that way, like, we'll go back, we'll put down our popsicle makers, then we can circle back to just all the zombies laying out or wandering around the road and all that. But I want to do it on the return trip, that way when I go down I'm not trying to drive through them on the way back if we're tired or whatever. Actually, that truck we have the keys for as well, so I'm going to gas up that truck using one of our gas cans. And so the next day when we walk down the street killing whatever shows up from the horn, I'll take the truck back home. Skills are looking pretty good. I can pull them up here in a minute. So we're getting real close to being strength 5. Maintenance is right about to level as well. A lot of our combat skills are at 4. So I'm getting pretty close to 5. Our crafting skills are starting to finally get some levels on it. So yeah. Oh, and Nimble 3. We're not really making that much progress on Nimble anymore because we're at that point where we're killing zombies so fast we don't really spend a whole lot of time walking around in combat. Mostly just killing stuff and then moving on. So we are at that point where Nimble is going to just slow down to an absolute crawl just because we don't have a particular need to nimble around. I should probably work on my mechanic skill just to get to 2 so we can start hot wiring cars. So if we see something good, we can just hot wire and take it home, because it'd be really good to get a an ambulance or a squad car or anything with sirens, because those would be a great way to draw the zombies out. And as we drive around, we're going to see less and less zombies out and about. We also usually get 1 or 2 helicopters a stream. And considering this stream, we started with a helicopter pretty early in on the stream, there's a good chance we'll get a second one. I wasn't keeping track of what day we got that one, though, so I don't really know when the next one will be. What we'll do is, once we go to a good point where we're going to start honking the horn, I'm going to go into advanced audio settings and turn down the horn. Just because I know people like to chill and kind of doze off the stream, and blasting a horn for 5 minutes probably won't help that cause. But if I turn it way down, it'll be fine. There we go, we got a nice big group this time. No, no, to the side of the road. I don't want you in the road. We are trying to keep the roads clear here. Those aren't in good shape. Swap out our boots since it's been quite a while. I mean, those ones are fine, but that's okay. Every once in a while we swap out our boots just because they do wear out, and the last thing you want is to step on glass with no shoes on or something. Looks like there's actually a pretty good number of zombies still around here. They probably came in from one of the past helicopters. We dumped them here, and they worked their way back towards the road. But that's fine, because now we're killing them, and then they're gone. So we can have our big group here. 2 big groups. A lot of big groups. Follow me. Going to the other side of the road. I won't be anywhere near trees. Switching side of the roads again because of trees. And I'll have to catch up with Chad in a minute, unfortunately. And yeah, zombies do not respawn. When we kill a zombie, the zombie is gone. That said, we estimate somewhere in the area of 900,000 zombies on the map, so you know. Okay. Oh, and Hateful Donut, I don't know, like, for whatever reason, the bread knives, when you pull them out, the model for them is absurdly large. But yeah, we've got the zombie set to not respawn, so this is the maximum zombie population that the game does support without modding. And our goal is basically to wipe them all out. So the idea being is I could not physically kill more zombies where we were actually able to ever get rid of the zombies than the settings we have now, without mods. Because mods change all the rules. Oh yeah, so the malls are some of the last places we're going in this run. Basically, the order of operations, as far as I plan it, is to finish up killing Ekron, and it's already pretty quiet at this point. From Ekron, we hit Riverside. From Riverside, we hit Rosewood. From Rosewood, we hit Midridge. From Midridge, we hit Muldrow. From Muldrow, we hit West Point. From West Point, we hit the mall. And then from the mall, we hit Louisville. Oh yeah, you get to the point where you're just like, I just assume anything that looks good is a bread knife. Unless I see, like, distinctively it's got a giant curved handle and I'm like, oh, that's a katana. It's like, I just assume it's a bread knife. And there's been a number of times where it's like, oh, that's a bread knife. You walk up, it's like, oh, wait, never mind, I'm wrong. That's a machete. I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than disappointed. Yeah, it does look like a whole lot of zombies moved up on this road. Like I said, it's probably a med event or a gunshot, or it could even be that when we rolled through with the van the first time, after getting our generator, we drug them all out into the street, and they were just all out in the boonies. Because it does seem like the van is really loud so far as the zombie hear range. Which I'm okay with, because that means we're drawing the zombies out. Not that I've heard. I mean, I actually think it's good that they have some parts of the map that are just very empty, because there are people who, their entire playstyles, they like just go in the middle of the woods and just live in the woods. So I think it's good that we do have some parts of the map that allow for / encourage that playstyle. Alright, zombies. Quit being so cheeky about this. Come on. It's just these random individuals make it so I can't turn and fight them. How much do I get hit? This character has had one scratch the entire time we've played. And it was like right by the beginning. I think it was, I looked off screen or looked at chat for like a moment and just, like, I was fighting zombies, but it was one of those ones where it's like, oh, you know, mentally I'm like, I've got this push, looked over at chat, looked back, and I must have like just whiffed the push or something. Ooh, that was a dangerous turn and burn. I didn't expect to miss. And I keep switching sides, that way the trees are not behind us, because trees can hide zombies, and you don't want to walk into zombies you can't see. That was another dangerous one. I'm letting them bunch up too much and trying to fight them anyways. And this is why I always keep extra hunting knives on hand. Okay, Rainbow Octavian, you go ahead and have yourself a good nap. And thank you for the well wishes on the stream. Hey, I don't know where you came from, but I'm trying to wish people a good nap, zombie. That's quite rude of you. It would have been very funny if I got grabbed from behind and bit right away in the playthrough. We've had that happen. It's been a long time, but we have had where I messed up a turn, got nabbed, and, you know, it's a back hit, so basically it's usually a run ender. Because when you get hit from behind, like, you have a much, much higher chance of getting bitten. It took me a moment to realize, Pangraro, you were saying, like, Nini, like, night-night. In my mind, it was going Nani, as in, like, when my knife broke. And I'm kind of like, yeah, that happens all the time. I mean, it's not good, but... Yep, we're overweight again. 'Cause fish. That's okay, we're gonna have a whole bunch of produce coming soon, and when that happens, we'll stop being overweight. I mean, is pulling up those 2 pike that were like each 12 kilograms was not going to do well for our waistline. But I'd rather be slightly in the overweight area than on the edge of underweight. Just because it gives me a lot more of a buffer if food becomes scarce and all that kind of stuff. Ho 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 ho. I was overconfident that I got that stab. I'm glad we got the execution animation. And I'm taking that as undeniable proof that you don't get killed with that. Because that zombie's bite animation was 100% fully completed. Like, maybe technically we're just out of range, but, like, that zombie started the bite animation before I did the finisher. Because I was overconfident that we were going to nail that stab, and then we shorted it. So I need to stop doing that, because that's, like, the 3rd time we've had what could have easily been a bad injury. Just because I'm like, yeah, it's no problem. We fight these all the time. Yeah, getting sloppy. It's exactly what's happening. I mean, it's mostly because I've gotten so used to just thrashing them with the crowbar. Alright, we push, which means we got aggro somewhere. There you are. That we're not being as careful because, you know, We're used to just thrashing zombies now and not having to be super careful with every fight. It's also helping I'm not getting enough stamina from, like, riding in the van to recover for, more crowbar fighting. Okay. What's the run idea? Don't hit the zombie. Mobile home run? Okay, I assume that's living in this, or do you mean mobile home run, like, I explain? Oh yeah, nomadic runs? Yeah, I've done runs that were mostly nomadic. That, like, we only decided to finally hunker down is when we had so much junk, it's like, okay, I cannot bring the junk with me, so we'll stop here because I cannot go anywhere else. And I drove that far so I could get some stamina so I could actually kill zombies with the crowbar. Where I got that range. Of course there's a small army around the van. Alright. That is too many for our level of fatigue and tiredness that's right about to kick in. Give me a moment. Yeah, it's clear that the zombies that were south of us got drawn up here, and we haven't been clearing them out. I'm out of beta blockers, and there's another horde. Okay. Zombies, you really are cramping my style here. There, room to work. Yeah, probably should back off and stam up, but... eh. Yep, we got a couple of zombies. It's fine. That said, I would not like more zombies, please. These are probably... oh yeah, those 3 are new. That's fine. It's 3. We are already dealing with way more than 3. I wouldn't say it's too bad. We're getting a couple good hits on pretty much every zombie in the pack each lap. So, we're gonna start seeing a bunch of zombies drop one by one. Barring those 3 newbies. Those ones are fresh. And plus I want to draw them out in this field, that way if we do have to back off, I can just walk back to the van, hop in and leave, versus with all of these zombies around there, that wasn't going to happen. I mean, we killed, I think it was 4 along that top lap, and then we got a good number of hits on a bunch of others. And like our stamina's still in good shape. Like we're moderately exerted, but we haven't gone really up or down on stamina, so that's fine. Yep, and we just got rid of probably, what was that, 10 back there? That we just lined them up and knocked them down one after the other, because they're all softened up. Yeah, Mom's been cut in half at this point. That stretch is going to have to wait a little bit. And that hydrate. And that posture check. I see what's up. Hey, how's it going? I'll get all those redemptions here in a minute. And the push-ups. The whole gambit. Now it's not great. Because now I don't have my hunting knife. So now we're burning stamina. Hey, how's it going, Budcats? Plus, it's getting hard to see. There's a spear I see. I don't see a sword, but I see the spear. When you say sword, I get excited thinking katana. But there's a katana in there. We would have seen it by now because we've done like 4 laps with these zombies. We're about to hit high exertion, which is not a good time. Okay, so let's see. Yep, no, it's no problem. Especially with, like, encoding and all that. Thank you, thank you. Alright, well, I owe, what was it? I owe 5 push-ups, I owe a hydrate, and I owe a stretch, so give me just a moment, and I gotta get all those things done. And I'll adjust my seat, because posture check. Alright, so let's find that spear real fast before we forget where it is. It's around here somewhere. I know I killed it either down here or around this corner. Because we saw the fence, we looped back, and then I went this way, and then I would have killed the spear around here somewhere. I may have to look for it when it's not nighttime, because I do not see it, and it is dark. Because there's also one out here with a fireman's axe I would really appreciate having. There's the spear. I, for the life of me, do not remember where we killed the one with the fireman's axe, though. Unless someone else does. But we can check for it in the morning, because what we're going to do is we're just going to sleep on the bench over there. And I'm going to leave the van running. If there's a bunch of zombies there, that's fine. Alright, Pankraro, you sleep well. Yep. Oh. I couldn't see the fence. Yeah, we'll let her rest. My plan is just to go into the ice cream place that we're heading to anyways and just go to sleep there. Because we're really not in shape for another fight if we can help it. Is there any zombies by the van? Okay, if there's no zombies anywhere near the van... Nope, there's zombies by the van. We're just gonna sleep. Hey, how's it going, Colo? Yep. We've come for these ice cream machines, and we had to fight through a ridiculous number of zombies, so we're really sleepy. So we're recovering real fast, and then we're going to